I'm gonna move on to the next angle we got from Raw is Alpha Academy. Sami Zayn came out and he was again gonna try to convince the Alpha Academy guys who have been bullied by their leader Chad Gable, the heel Chad Gable at this point, obviously. And he's trying to tell them all, you don't have to be with them, you don't have to listen to him. And he was using himself as an example, right? Because I guess he broke free of the bloodline.
The bloodline.
Which I thought was funky in a way, but okay. He also had trouble leaving the bloodline. It took him so long until he finally was pushed over the edge to do it. But they sent Maxine out to read a message. Chad Gable wasn't there, but this was like a ruse. Like they were going to distract him from the front while he attacked them from behind. But yeah, they came out and read a note from him, which degraded them also. And this is, again, Sami trying to convince them. And this is where Chad Gable attacks him from behind. And he wants Otis to help him. Otis has got his arm cocked like he's going to punch him, but he doesn't end up doing it. He slaps Otis. Obviously, he's going to slap him. Maxine also begging him not to slap Otis, and he tries to kick them out. He tells them to get out of here. And then this is where Otis finally stands up to him. And that got a huge pop from the crowd. This is getting a reaction from the crowd, I will say. This is where Sami is going to attack Chad Gable from behind while Otis is distracting him from the front. And then Sami runs into Otis by accident, knocking off the other Alpha Academy members off the edge of the apron. And then this is where he has to choose. So basically the crowd is telling him, no, hit Sami, or hit Chad, and then Chad's telling him, no, hit Sami, and then he grabs Sami in the end. And the crowd, again, a huge reaction. Big pops for this. So, very dramatic. And then Otis leaves with Maxine and Tozawa. It carries both of them out, which is a ridiculous looking picture. And then I think Chad Gable gives him a kiss in the back a little later on because he finally came through for him. Otis finally came through and did something good. So anyways, alright. I'll start with Robert. You got a thumbs up for this or a thumbs down?
The angle, I'll give a thumbs up. It's just they keep repeating the scenario of Otis, like trying to think of, whether he should attack Sami Zayn or not. They've done this, I don't know how many episodes in a row now.
But this time Otis actually stepped up to him for the first time. And that's what got the crowd.
Okay,
so yeah, it was a little different this time.
It was a little different, but I still think it's a little played out at this point. But as an angle overall, I still enjoy it. So I still have a thumbs up on this.
All right, Vlad, what about you? Thumbs up, thumbs down, indifferent?
Yeah, no, this is a thumbs up angle. But yeah, Robert made a good point, and it's kind of slow moving in the sense of like we're getting some development, but it's taking a little while to kind of come together because they kind of want to keep it going. But overall, it's good. As you said, the crowd is into it. I mean, the whole Otis, people seem to like Otis. I don't really particularly care for him. And the other members I could do with or without. I don't really care about what's his name, Tozawa.
Yeah. Tozawa. You're right. Yeah. I don't even know why he's in this group, but yeah. Okay.
I have no idea what the heck is the point of him. Obviously, Maxine. I don't mind seeing her at any point, at any time. She could be on screen. I don't mind looking at her. So that's great. Overall, yeah, the whole thing with Otis is getting a reaction, so you have to kind of see how it all plays out and where it's all going. But eventually you would think that Otis is going to leave Gable because, I mean, how could he, unless he turns full-fledged heel himself, which I guess is possible, but yeah. You kind of don't really buy him.
Unless they could turn Chad Gable back to face, like if they bring him back,
I doubt that.
That's not going to happen. He's doing the best work of his career as a heel. I don't see that happening anytime soon. So I think it's just going to be what Otis decides to do and how they decide to do the thing with Otis. Because obviously this is still to further the feud with Sami, who they want to get the IC title off of, right? So that's the whole point of this single. So we'll see. But so far, yeah, thumbs up. Definitely.
I'm a thumbs up for this too, especially for the crowd pops. 2 very big crowd pops when Otis stepped up to Gable, and then when Otis had the chance to choose between attacking one or the other and attack Sami. That also got like a huge oh my God from the crowd. So I think this is working well. If it works well for the crowd, it works well. That I'll say. Even if I don't like something, if the crowd is eating it up genuinely and they're not just like a stupid Mark crowd who's like eating up like flips and like garbage wrestling, this is getting over because of the storyline. So I have to give this a thumbs up.